Our top story for you now, Brian Redd is 10 days into his new role as the chief of police here in Salt Lake City. His appointment came as Mayor Erin Mendenhall laid out a public safety plan outlining all of the resources and the stakeholders needed to address the big issue of homelessness. Redd will now be in charge of implementing some of that plan, and he spoke with our Jordan Tracy one-on-one today. Jordan joins us live with more on his conversation. Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Brian. It is early in Chief Redd's tenure leading the department, and he has a tall task ahead of him. We spoke on a wide range of topics around public safety, including pressure from the state to follow through, community policing, and how to balance enforcement with compassion. Here's some of that conversation. How do you implement change in the city, obviously with the heavy hand that I think has come across in this with enforcement, but also an open heart?
You can still enforce the law and hold people accountable while treating them humanely and with dignity. The plan, though, goes beyond just enforcement. It goes beyond that to finding the treatment resources, connecting with the social services system, getting the funding for more affordable housing. All of those things play a key role, but there has to be accountability first, or nothing really works.
The state legislature came out with that letter before the public safety plan, asking for that plan, and they gave a scathing criticism of the department and your predecessor. Is there a way to kind of repair that relationship? How do you balance trying to please all of these different stakeholders?
We're just going to work together. I'm not going to get into the politics of all of these conversations and things. My goal is to make this a safe community and work with all the partners to do that.
Is there a way that your police officers can interact in a non-enforcement capacity with the people in the street who need some compassion?
Absolutely, and they do that every day already. I know they do. I watched them do it when I was down here before. So yes, there is arresting someone or enforcing the law is not the only thing that a peace officer does. That is one thing that they can do, but you can also resolve issues in different ways. It's just good human interaction, but we still will enforce the law. But we can do that in a way that I think is caring and compassionate. And it's just doing the right thing at the right time for the right reason.
What's your vision of the department? What would you like the department to be reflected in the public?
We want this to be an inviting community where people feel safe. And even if crime is going down and people don't feel safe, we have to get to those individuals or those neighborhoods or communities and understand why they're feeling that way and work with it.
Yeah, we're going to have our extended conversation because we spoke for a solid 15 minutes there with the chief. That'll be on abc4.com.
So obviously it's very early in the chief's tenure. What is he implementing? Where is he doing that? And what does he hope this looks like going forward?
Well, the mayor made it clear that the first thing is to improve the relationships and all the stakeholders when it comes to public safety. That's what she had announced that she thought was lacking in that. So he's going to have to address that. But also, he's kind of in that assessment phase here where he's trying to evaluate everything that's going on in the department. He's talking to police officers, he's talking to community members, and his main goal is kind of to listen to all of those stakeholders and all the people involved, and then make the judgment, see where the changes are, what resources can be more efficient used. It was interesting in our conversation. I asked, do you feel like you have enough resources to handle this tall task? And he said, I don't think there's ever a time where you can say you have all the resources you need. But again, in that assessment phase, it's only been 10 days, but it'll be interesting to see how all this gets implemented.
Okay, it's a big job.
Big job.
Big job.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah,
all right. Extended interview, clips online, abc4.com.
You got it.
Jordan, thank you. We appreciate it.